Shalom, beloveds. This is the CIA's Greatest Hits, fully revised and updated second edition by Mark Zepazauer. Hit number 1, how the Nazis won the war. One of the most important of all CIA operations began before the agency was even born. Long before World War II ended, many Nazi leaders realized they were going to lose. So they started negotiating with the U.S. behind Hitler's back about a possible future war against the USSR. In 1943, future CIA Director Allen Dulles moved to Bern, Switzerland, to begin back-channel talks with these influential Nazis. Officially, Dulles was an agent of the OSS, the Office of Strategic Services, the CIA's predecessor. But he wasn't above pursuing his own agenda with the Nazis, many of whom he had worked with before the war. Indeed, as a prominent Wall Street lawyer, Dulles had a number of clients, Standard Oil, for one, who continued doing business with the Nazis during the war. So it's not surprising that when Hitler's intelligence chief for the Eastern Front, General Reinhard Gehlen, surrendered to the U.S., he expected a warm reception, especially since he had buried his extensive files in a secret spot and planned to use them as a negotiating chip. General Gehlen was whisked to Fort Hunt, Virginia, where he soon succeeded in convincing his captors that the Soviet Union was about to attack the West. The U.S. Army and Gehlen arrived at a gentleman's agreement. According to the secret treaty, his spy organization, which came to be called the Gehlen Org, would work for and be funded by the U.S. until the new German government came to power. In the meantime, should Gehlen find a conflict between German interests and U.S. ones, he was free to consider the German ones first. Gehlen even made sure to get approval for his arrangement from Hitler's appointed successor, Admiral Dönitz, who was in a cushy prisoner of war camp for Nazi VIPs in Wiesbaden, Germany. For almost 10 years, the Gehlen Org was virtually the CIA's only source of intelligence on Eastern Europe. Then in 1955, it evolved into the BND, the German equivalent of the CIA, which of course continued to cooperate with the CIA. Gehlen was far from the only Nazi war criminal employed by the CIA. Others included Klaus Barbie, the Butcher of Lion, Otto von Bolschewitz, the Holocaust mastermind who worked closely in Eichmann, and SS Colonel Otto Skorzeny, a great favorite of Hitler's. There's even evidence that Martin Bormann, Hitler's second in command, at the end of the war, faked his own death and escaped to Latin America, where he worked with CIA-linked groups.